I feel like it's a little too early to say goodbye to this because I feel like I just first met this thing. But it is time to say goodbye to the MTG Arena forums. That's right. We've got this mention by Wizards of the Coast sunsetting the MTG Arena forums next week. The sun will be setting on MTG Arena forums, if you even knew there was a forum. They were invaluable during our beta periods when they allowed our development team to communicate directly with the small groups of our initial players. When MTG Arena launched, most of the conversation moved elsewhere, and it's time we better supported those. Platforms. We know having an official place to engage with our development team and to interact with players is important, which is why we're continuing to work towards launching our Magic Discord. In the meantime, you can still expect the latest updates, blah, 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 blah. And as told by Variance Kills, it was a cesspool of salt and conspiracy theory that can probably rival anti-vaxxers. Oh great, now this is all demonetized. There were good people there trying to fight the good fight, but the cause is doomed when even the moderators don't stop the ridiculous misinformation. Good riddance. Now, I experienced this when I was trying to look up how people mana weave and cheat, and there is this gigantic long... Like, I just found out there's a forum, like, a few days ago. I just discovered it. And there's a thread on the Shuffler. The Shuffler, your hand smoothing algorithm is probably the worst things to be done to MTG. As it is from first-hand experience, it is hurting your business, as I know many longtime players that have walked away from MTG because of it. Oh, wow. Well, bye. Goodbye. Anyway, it is a bunch of nonsense, and here's all the proof, people. Here's the hardcore proof. A full house. You hear that? It is impossible to have 3 Heartless Axe, 2 Blood Chief's Thirst in the same hand. That is impossible. Statistically impossible. Where's another statistical bad shuffle? What's wrong with this? It's your fault you didn't put enough green sources in your stupid deck. Don't blame the Shuffler, blame your deck building. What else do we got here? There's like, someone compiled all this nonsense. Like, what is it? What are you trying to prove here in the graveyard? Unsubstantiate, stern dismissal, frantic inventory? Like, what, you got 2 frantic inventory? This is impossible. This is impossible. This is cheating. The opponent always has too many frantic inventories. You go first. You're playing a 3-color deck and you got a 1-land hand. Big deal. Where's another one? There's like... 3 in a row. I don't understand it. What, you got mana screwed? It happens. Like, what do you want? You expect that if there's a hand shuffler, a hand smoother, that you're never gonna get mana screwed? That one might look a little sus, but like, it's still possible. It's still definitely possible. And so here's the deal, like, the comments here go for forever. What page are we on? I'm on page 115. Like, it starts around 2019, but they are as fresh as yesterday. People complain constantly on a daily basis that the hand shuffler is broken. So we have something as early as, like, as late as October 6th. Are you dumb? Most of the meta decks people in Arena are using are straight from paper. Playing Standard and Platinum to Mythic, you will mostly see meta decks. Okay, this is not really... This guy's actually attacking the person who made this post. Okay, 9 lands in a row. What a game. My opponent was literally quaking in the anticipation for me to play something other than a land until they won. Imagine that. Imagine that. You can flood out. For the past 6 months, I've been recording my games and using a tracker. Like clockwork, this is my player experience. Grind to Mythic rank with a 67% win ratio. June 2021, 14% win ratio the entire month. Never make it out of Platinum 4. Like, they're just coming up with conspiracy theories at this point. July 2021, grind to Mythic with a 73% win ratio. I mean, maybe good players play seasonally. Maybe the good players come out once in a while. It's almost like people don't understand variance. Exactly. And this is where I, was looking for people to admit that they mana weave in paper, and I did find some people. And used it in my video. But it's this insanely long log of people just not being able to accept the variance on MTG Arena. So I'm gonna explain these people the difference between hitting a bullseye and throwing a dart into a wall and drawing the border. Yeah, there is a difference. Hey, it's me again, still recording games. First 4 I recorded today had triplets in my draw. Would you imagine, people? Triplets. What the F is wrong with this program? Triplets. That's impossible. Guys, have we heard of triplets in a hand? That must be just statistically impossible. Anyway, it's because of these idiots that we don't have forums anymore. Probably. Maybe. Said somebody. Probably. So yeah, I mean, I read a lot of these, and they go to real tinfoil hat in a lot of cases. They're going really out of their way to see things that really aren't there. On Arena happens too often. Today I played mono green 3 games in a row, 3 Faithless Haven in my hand in mono green. The way I look at it with Arena, because it plays so fast and you play so many games, that you're gonna see these statistically weird situations happen more often. The same thing happened in poker, where some people thought like it's rigged because people don't get 4 of a kind or full house so often in real poker, like when you go to a brick and mortar casino. But the fact of the matter is, you are seeing hands like 20 times more often in online poker, and you're seeing hands 20 times slower if you're playing in a casino. And same thing is with Arena. Like, for example, if you go to your F&M, you play like you can play 4 matches over your entire night. You play on Arena, you can play like 4 matches in an hour. You know what I mean? Weird things gonna happen. Yeah, triplets. Play command. Yeah, in Commander, you can only complain about the lands being clumped. Well, it's possible that there was a 71% win rate into 14% win rate. I could see it. Like, if there's a reason good players are gonna play on a certain month, then you could end up getting thrashed really badly. And then when there's nothing important, no important events, then they're gonna go away. So anyway, that's the end of MTG Arena. The forums. I better screenshot stuff from there for future videos before it goes away. So, welcome everyone to the morning show where we discuss all things Magic the Gathering, the most interactive MTG stream on the internet, and also we do Decklist review. So if you got a 75, you like some feedback on, hey, submit it to us, and both myself and the coffee crew would love to give you that feedback. So brew up those coffees, coffee crew, and let's brew up some Magic this morning. Welcome to Coffee and MTG for October 7th, 2021. I think that the Switch, the Nintendo Switch, comes out tomorrow. The OLED. Been waiting for the 8th for like the 8th of October for, is it? I think it's coming out. I'll confirm a little bit later. But before we do that, we gotta confirm our sponsors, FusionGamingOnline.com. Deal of the week this week. Save 15% off Urza's Saga, Legacy, and Destiny singles. So the Urza's block is on sale. That's where you get them Gilded Drakes. Gilded Drake is a hell of a card. Enters the battlefield, you do the switcheroo with another person's creature. It's a beautiful thing to see, and it's 15% off right now. But if that isn't enough for you, 5%, an additional 5% off if you use coupon code Nikachu at checkout. Supports the channel and saves you money. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. And definitely the hands down the way that you can play all in every deck in all formats on Magic the Gathering Online. So if you're bored, if you're wondering if Burn is still good, you play Burn. But then if you want to, hey, do you know what? Maybe Kiki Chord is possible now in this metagame. Well, before you buy into the deck, or even buy it at all, just rent it with Mana Traders. If it doesn't work out, you just give it back. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 15% off your first 2 months using coupon code Nikachu. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Frederick, Darren, Tyler Roberts, Kaya, Bearer, Mikey J, Hawkburn, Andrew, Rick Ego, top of the fish bowl to ya. Chris, good morning, Matt Wazix, Aztec Guy, Cheese Person, Ty Bell, good morning, Mareep, Kenneth, good morning, everyone, good morning, Alex, and the Y Marvin Project. It's stop being so late, dang late. Gosh, I woke up really late. I still didn't even get enough sleep last night. Just crazy. OLED Switch and Metroid Dread tomorrow. Is it coming out? Okay, so Nintendo Switch OLED release date. Am I supposed to pre-order this damn thing? What's the release date? When's it coming out? Is it already out? Am I behind here? 8th, yeah, it's the 8th of October. I had it ingrained in my brain. The 8th of October. Tomorrow I'm gonna go get a Switch. Or I guess maybe on Saturday or something. Alright, you know the drill. 3 question marks before the question, 3 question marks after the question. Helps me find your questions amongst all the comments I'm getting on all my social media channels. But if you're on YouTube, if you're on Nikachu MTG streams, you can donate with super chats. Donate with a super chat, and you cheat the system. Your question gets pushed to the top of the feed. Alright, so, Cheese Person, I'm looking to get a friend into Magic with some sort of pre-con deck. Any suggestions? You know, honestly, like, I sort of got some people into the game with dual decks. So... anyone else have a suggestion? That was like 10 years ago, though. I mean, there's I would say maybe the pre-constructed commander decks are amazing. Which... all my friends, / include me, used to mana... oh, we'll get to that. The mana weaving. Oh, the mana weavers. Oh, that's not too bad. Those decks are pretty good. Pioneer. What are they called? Preconstructed decks. Because that's like close to competitive. Wait and buy the precons. Oh, they're called Pioneer Challenge decks. October 15th! October 15th! October 15th! A week away, basically. In a week away, you can get these really crazy awesome decks. We've got Mono Red Burn, Lotus Field combo. What the hell? What is wrong with you wizards? Azorius Spirits and Orzhov Auras. These are all good decks. And they're like basically completely stock. Like, yeah, I guess they're, at least in the Spirits deck, they're missing, like, I guess, Skyclave Apparition. But aside from that, like, the deck is pretty good. It's built pretty well. Lotus Field, why did they do that? Why would you do that, wizards? Fools! This is crazy. Is it gonna come out with its own cards? Or is it literally just gonna be copies of the cards from the set? The money printer, people. Money printer, go burr. I think that's a good suggestion. The Challenger decks. Do you take up the challenge? Do you accept the challenge? Mikey J, I've drawn 13 lands in a row, playing limited in paper multiple times in my life, and even that isn't statistically significant. You see? Arena Shuffler exists in paper. It goes beyond the digital. Gulf Coast Picker. Every game I played today, I drew a 4-of-a-kind island in my mono. Oh no! 4-of-a-kind island. Karen. Well, also Ken. So like a male Karen is called a Ken. Ken the Gathering Arena. All competitive Magic should have auto shuffling tops, cheaters, and makes the games go faster. Who else go 2 or 3 Ugins and 1 land in your opening hand for 3 games in a row? Well, it's gotta happen to someone. See, that's the thing about random. Like, you're gonna have these statistically weird hands, and they have to happen. Like, if you can imagine the hand, a 1-land hand with 4 Lord of Atlantis, 3 Master of the Pearl 2 Master of the Pearl Trident. Like, it's possible. It will happen. You will eventually get those, and when it does happen, it burns in your brain. It's called selective memory. It just burns in your brain. You can't forget about it. Matthews, cool thing about Arena Ladder is that the one guy that got Mythic only playing the leftmost card and attacking every turn. I don't get it. I've experienced Mana Flood more in my limited time in Arena than I have in paper. It's peculiar. Oh no, there's an explanation for that. Also, of choosing of 2 different hands is whack. Sometimes you have to take the risk. The reason you flood out more is... Your proportion of mana is higher in your limited deck. Like, let's say you play with, because you have a 40 card deck, right? So if you're playing with 17, maybe not. Maybe it's not worse. Let's do the odds. Maybe it's going to be about the same. But the variance is higher because it's a smaller deck. So you're gonna there is going to be more extremes. Let's take the average deck is 17 divided by 40. So 42.5% of your deck is lands. Now let's take another deck, 23 divided by 60. Yeah, you actually, okay, so the average 38% of a 60 card deck is lands. So you do actually have more lands in limited if you play with 17 lands in a 40 card deck. I hope that math checks out. 23 divided by 60. 17 divided by 40. Yep. You play with more land. You technically play with more lands, and the variance is higher. So you're going to, yes. Oh snap! The math has spoken. Our holy grail math. Kevin is closer to Karen than Ken. Please don't do that to do that to my name. Oh yeah, you're Kenneth. Hey, I didn't make the memes up. This is just how the internet works. They have bestowed the name Ken on the male Karens. What is the case for Ether Vial and Merfolk? You get to play creatures at flash speed. They are uncounterable, and Merfolk's a pretty clunky deck, so there are situations where you want to play multiple creatures in one turn. What do we got here? Nardoto, does Blight Merfolk work well with Mariner like Kira? I don't really like Mariner. I don't think Mariner did it for me, because with Mariner, they just pay the tax. Sometimes it works. I would say my experience was half the time Mariner works, half of the time Mariner doesn't. If the opponent is drawing lands, then they just kill it, and it didn't even do anything. Whereas Kira, you're definitely losing a spell, no matter what. The first spell you cast on my creature, it's gone, and there's nothing you can do about it. So that's what I like about Kira. Casper Soul, top 5 MTG content creators, Nikachu Merfolk Master, Saffron Olive, I'm guessing, Pleasant Kenobi, the professor from Tulare Community College, and the Magic Historian. That is a very unique list that you've compiled there. Very unique. But thank you very much. I appreciate being on the top 5. Fabulous. Finn, thank you very much for the super chat. My buddy once made a competitive modern deck with only 11 basic lands. It was Esper Jank, needless to say, many keks at his expense. Well, you know, some people haven't learned, you know, how to make a proper mana base. We all go through the same, you know, I knew people. I mean, it's hard to learn about Magic, right? It's hard to learn about Magic. I had some friends who thought that a 60 card deck should have 17 lands. That's how many lands they needed. And they always complained about mana screw, always. And I'm like, that's for limited. That's for 40 card decks. And they're like, oh. Anyway, you gotta learn one way or another. I don't know if actually those friends even changed their mana base. They might still be playing with the 17 lands. Oh, what do we got here? I imagine that the Shuffler Forum would be what you would overhear if someone went to a local game store in Letterkenny. I mean, possibly. I think anyone who played on Arena and is going to a local game store is going to talk like that. Okay, I've always said and will stand by my opinion that Standard is the easiest format to learn. This is because the limited number of mechanics, but Standard challenge decks branch out from there. But the thing is, I mean, the challenge decks aren't going to be that expensive, which is a good thing. But the cards are going to rotate. Like, you know they're going to rotate. They're not going to last long. Whereas if you get the Pioneer one, it's going to last for forever. I don't think it's that complicated either. Are you going to the face-to-face 6K on October 30th, 31? Can I meet you in real life? Where is it? Face-to-face October... Oh, 30th. I need some face-to-face games. Where is it? By the way, like if it's not in Manitoba, I'm not going. And I doubt it's in Manitoba. That's just what it's going to come down to. Well, maybe I can go to face-to-facegames.com, see what they got here. Face-to-face, oh, the tour. We got the tour here. We are back. The tour is back. They're going to not where I live. They're going everywhere else. They're going to Toronto. They're going to Calgary. They're going to Montreal. And then when they're done, they're going to go to Toronto. They're going to go to Calgary. They're going to go to Montreal. How many times? Oh, it's the same thing. I get it. They are back and better. Well, anyway, I don't live in Toronto. I do not live in Toronto, not going to Toronto, so I will have to miss this. Ah, too bad. The tour is not going to make it here. The tour! I would go. You got to come to Winnipeg. You got to come to me. The tournament's got to come to me. I'm not going to the tournament. Daniel, not a shuffler conspiracy, but at one point I tracked whether I was on the play/draw over 180 games. I was on the play just over 30% of the time. That's happened to me too, because it's 50-50, and you know, you can run bad on 50-50s over a very large sample. In Hogak summer, I was winning the die roll of around the same amount that you were. But yeah, I had the exact same situation. I am up for die rolls in 2021 though. Haha. Or maybe it was 2020. Yeah, Hogak Summer is 2019. I think for 2020 I was way above in die rolls. Problem with Arena Shuffler is that it's not random. Okay, you could say yeah, you can make some arguments against the hand smoother in Best of One, right? So Best of One has this hand smoother. I don't think they have this thing in Best of Three though. In Best of One, they do try to give you like a good portion of lands and spells, and so so even if you have very few lands in your deck, they'll dig for the lands for you. But that's not a conspiracy theory. This is just public knowledge. 17 lands is okay if you're playing burn, I guess. You still need to run a little bit well with your lands. I like to play Ulamog and Blightsteel Colossus in my modern Merfolk. Good God. You're the reason one of my opponents was so scared when I ticked my Ether Vial up to 10. So I had just a story. I once played against someone where I accidentally ticked my Ether Vial up to 5, and at that point I had nothing in my deck that was 5 or greater, so I just kept ticking the Ether Vial up, and I was up against a control deck, and I had one card in my hand that they never saw the entire game. Never. They never saw this game. In this game. So when it got to 9, and I was on my way to tick it up to 10, my opponent Cryptic commanded my Ether Vial back to my hand. I think they were afraid of, like, Ulamog the Ceaseless. Well, I don't think Ulamog the Ceaseless Hunger existed back then, but you know, something Blightsteel Colossus like. What value? I got my opponent to burn a Cryptic command and reset my vial for me. Ragavan has just read Deathrite Shaman changed my mind. A lot of people had that opinion when Ragavan just came out. Like it's a 1 mana creature that gives you mana. It's a 1 mana creature that gives you mana and card advantage. It's essentially what Deathrite Shaman was too. I mean, it was like it was a shock on a stick. Raznap, I recall during Theros Standard, I had an Azorius deck that ran 17 lands and like 12 pacifisms effects. I would win game 1 and then go to time after turn 1 in game 2. Oh god. Well, I mean, as long as you're up game 1, it doesn't matter. What, do you have no win condition or something? I'm just gonna make sure your creatures can't attack, and we're just gonna go to time, and I'm gonna make you deck yourself. Fabulous Finn, $2. Thank you very much. I gotta go. Always enjoy the stream on break. Oh, you're welcome. There's always a replay. Am I the only one surprised that Omnath Valakut deck disappeared overnight? I didn't even know one existed. When was there an Omnath Valakut deck? Because it has to be a deck with a lot of mountains. I feel like the arena player base can't sideboard, so best of 3 is like playing the pony leagues. I feel like the arena player. Oh, you mean like they just don't know where the sideboard is, or what they don't know where or how to sideboard. Therefore, you're playing best of 3, they're playing best of 1. Oh, the Bring to Light Omnath Scapeshift deck. Okay, yeah. Then you're just talking about Bring to Light Scapeshift that eventually played Omnath. Well, it was like a fringe deck, right? I mean, it's not a bad deck. Is it still around? Could we find it if we try? The Hunt for Red Valakut deck. Not Niv to Light. Or would it be Niv to Light? It does have Bring to Light. But it does have Scapeshift. No, this is not. It's the difference. No Scapeshift. Like, I'm familiar with the deck. The deck was pretty popular. Here we go, Scapeshift. There we go. It's around here. There's Yomnath. Oh, there she is. Take a good, delicious look at her. There we go. Still around. Latest list was September 11th, 2021. That was a little while away. Okay, we don't have many results recently. Not recently. Bring it back. That's all you have to do. Win one, get 1-5-0, and all of a sudden people will pay attention to it again. What's better, random card advantage or specific Karn advantage? Karn will do that. Don't try to compare Ragavan to Deathrite Shaman, 4th best Planeswalker. He's a damn elf. He has straight utility, multiple activation modes, Deathrite Shaman forever. Aztec guy waiting for Deathrite Shaman to get unbanned. Gert Einberg, what do you think about Incinerator Burn in Modern? It's just a weaker, it's a more janky version of actual Burn. So if you want to be hardcore competitive, you just play regular Burn. 4 Eidolon, 4 Goblin Guide, 4 Swiftspear, don't do anything fancy. If you want to go fancy, play Incinerator Burn, but I don't think it's a better version of Burn. It'll be a deck, it's a good deck, but it won't be the most competitive deck. But I don't think it's a bad deck. It's not like you're playing some jank nonsense. It's still a good deck. I mean, it's got the core of Burn in it. Why don't we see more Wish Scapeshift? 7 mana is perfect for that deck. I think because it's new. Because we just got one result with classic Scapeshift, and with it was a 62 card deck. So Absolute Pony made top 8, or made like I think made top 8 with that list. It's a new card. People need to experiment with it, and I think people will try. I legitimately think people will try. Let's see. Can I find that deck? I don't think I can. But it makes a lot of sense, and it's the perfect deck for it. I mean, maybe another question is why not play it in the Bring to Light version too? Trevor Just, get 5-0 in Modern and people will pay attention, except Merfolk. No one will make that mistake. Yeah, so like, Merfolk is just that type of deck. Oh, another 5-0. Ah, it's all luck. Ah, they're lucky. That didn't really happen. Burn's actually even more budget now that Guide has dropped. Did it? No, I don't think they dropped Guide. What is going on here? Jeez. Second most popular deck here. See, there's a Guide. I think most decks are playing with the Guide. Some decks might be playing without Guide, but I think the stock list is still this. 3rd place in the Modern Challenge. Oh, the price dropped. Oh, well, in that case, we're going to go to our most unreliable source for MTG graphs. MTGstocks.com. Why did they reprint it? Is there a reprint? Well, if you mean dropped, as it has been crashing since 2016, then yes. This thing has been on a downward trajectory for a long time. It might be because people just didn't believe in burn. I mean, like, where did Euro come into play? Euro came in like 2019. We gotta sell our burn cards. The retro frame versions are $5. Retro? You mean this one? Okay, hold on. We got Modern Masters. This is even cheaper. This is going for $650. A $650 or $665. Goblin Guide is cheap. Stocks super crashed on this. Jeremiah, love the mono white token deck. Gonna try it out. It has so much room to grow through the years. I guess so. It can. Arid Mesa are super cheap. Really? Hold on, didn't someone make a comment about mana weaving earlier? Where's the question about mana weaving? You gotta bring it back to me. Okay, on the discuss. Well, yeah, 47 down to 30. Oh yeah, that's a pretty big drop actually. It's hard to appreciate the drop. Or market 43 to $30. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good drop. You gotta get your fetch. People are like, when to buy my fetch lands? No. What do you? And then the prices are gonna go up, and there's always those people. The prices go up, and it's like, I should have got the damn. What the hell? Moat is $2,000. Oh God. Or is it a lie? What is going on here with this card? $2,000 for a moat. Non-flying creatures can't attack you, but for some reason, creatures with Island Walk can't do it either. All of a sudden, there is this moat of water, and I can't attack you? What absolute rubbish. There's a local game store promo Goblin Guide that just came out for free. Oh, the free handout. Right, yeah, I do, and I remember that. Decklist review. It's way too early for that. Sir Buttered Balls. Do you think older decks like Hatred or Recycle stand up to the modern meta? No, absolutely not. I mean, they need super up. I don't even actually know what these decks are. Are you fucking Prophet or something? Is this like is this like in an order or something? I don't get it. I thought I'm on like some sort of random shuffle. Oh, it's on play. Order. No, it's on random. What the hell? Tragic somehow is like some sort of Nostradamus. I didn't understand what he meant by decklist review music, and then boom, the decklist review music showed up. Recycle is one of my favorite janky reserve. Oh, it's an actual card. It's got a goofy face. Green, 4 generic. Skip your draw step. Whenever you play a card, draw a card. During your discard phase, choose and discard all but 2 cards. I'm not familiar with this archetype. Marsh Flats is below $20. This has got to help some. Well, it's not below $20. Maybe a specific version of Marsh Flats. Modern Horizons 2-1. Yeah, we're at around $20, which is pretty good. So, like, what's the height on Marsh Flats Zendikar? It has been as high as $53 and as high as about almost $50 even in recent history. And look at that nosedive. Look at that nosedive. Never better time to get fetch lands. I mean, that's very weird. The prices of a lot of cards are going up, but the fetch lands are going down. Which Ulamog should I use for my Eldrazi deck? The Ceaseless Hunger? Or is there like an... Is there an art? I think there's only one Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger. Oh, you can get the pre-release one. Holy crap! Pre-release Ulamog Ceaseless Hunger going for money. That is a rare moment where this happens. The last time I remember pre-release foil was worth anything was Emrakul the Ions Torn. There was a time when like this was such a combo card. Oh look, it's actually coming back to $50. Because usually these pre-release cards, they're not worth shit. They're not worth anything. The Magus version is much cheaper. Not sure what is that's in reference to. Kind of profit. You can see the future. What's getting banned, Tragic? What's getting banned? Oh, then there's the Infinite Gyre. What am I looking at? MTG stocks. Yeah, there's Infinite Gyre for an Ulamog, but it's not nearly as good as the Ceaseless Hunger, in my opinion. This one's like 1 more mana. Destroys 1 permanent, doesn't exile 2 permanents. It's not even close. Kolaghan's Command was worth a fair bit at pre-release. Probably, yeah, well, because everyone needed the card, and they knew it was gas. The good thing about expensive cards like Moat is you'll rarely play against them like an actual Tabernacle in a lands deck. Like 2 people have them, just 1 copy per deck in the Nashville area. Well, but if you play in an actual tournament, the Tabernacles will come out. Which chain of smog color should I go to patronizing Magecraft and Storm? Do you need to go another color? I can't remember what this... There's a few cards this combos with. One of them is a Liliana. Which chain of smog color should I go to patronizing Magecraft and Storm? I don't know. I don't know what is the best one. Intuitively, I'm thinking blue or red, but I'm not sure. If you want to play like a second color in these chain of smog decks. Wither. Oh, green. There we go. You can go green. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. And then there's Liliana. Oh no, it's Professor Onyx? Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. So it also, Chain of Smog also combos with Professor Onyx. Looks a little sus. How often is Liliana teaching class? How is that canon? When did she have time to be a professor? I have 2 moats. Unfortunately, they are in Italian. Well, a moat is a moat. Hell, I would take a black bordered underground, see if it was in Italian. We got Sedgemoor, Witch, plus Smog, Flusterstorm, plus Blasting Station. We got a lot of ideas here. You people love your Chain of Smog combo decks. Tommy Siddons, random question. Well, as if none of these questions have any structure whatsoever. Do you have another job outside of merfolking around every day? Nope, I don't. Well, I mean, I wouldn't even say merfolking around every day is even the job anymore. I'm basically like some sort of MTG entertainer / analyst. The channel started as a Merfolk channel, but it's not... out of the 700,000 people that watch me, because that's what my analytics tell me, only like around like 4,000 of them watch the Merfolk content. Just put it like that. Just goes to show you can be a small fish in a big pond, and one day you're a big fish. Still looking out for the small fish, though. What time is it? It's time to keep talking. I was late, remember? Remember how this works, Trevor. It's not what time it is on your clock. It's how long the stream time is. I mean, hell, I wouldn't mind... I wouldn't mind going to the thing early, but... I'm not. It'll always be a Merfolk channel to me, damn it. I know. You notice that I don't call myself a Merfolk master in my other videos. Because it's not necessary. Like, that's not the audience I speak to anymore. Yes, when I make Merfolk gameplay originally, I could always talk to my fish fam. But now it's not so much the fish fam anymore. Now I've got like tons of people. We got the Goblin fam, the Spirit fam, the Jund fam. What does your day consist of? Streaming and making YouTube content? I don't do a lot of streaming. I mean, I do this. This is my streaming. So I wake up, I eat breakfast, I stream. Then I will either research video ideas. I might, depending how much sleep I have. And today I don't have a lot of sleep. Like, I have to feel like I'm in a good mood to record a video. And that sometimes kills off a lot of productive days. Because you gotta have the energy in front of the camera. And then I will record, I'll have some video, record it. But now after I've recorded the video, I might spend the next 3, 4, 5 days editing it. Sometimes editing takes a long time if you want to make the really good videos. And I have an editor that helps me with some of it, but I still got to edit a lot of stuff. And even after he edits, I then do additional editing and adding music. GP vlogs were fun. That was good stuff back in the day. But that is basically, and then, you know, I eat in between, I'll have lunch. But like, there's no, it never, what's an interesting thing is it never feels like the day is off. Like, there's always something to do every day, from the beginning of the day to the end of the day. So like, you know what I did yesterday? Okay, anyway, yesterday I had to change my password and stream key and because of the big leak. The big Twitch leak, where it like exposed everyone's income. And a sort of other stuff. So while I was on Twitch, I was like, I need to upgrade my, where is it? Where did I save this damn thing? Huh. Okay, I'm just gonna go to Twitch anyway. Where's my channel? I made a nice picture. Is it in my garbage? Oh, it is. Okay, we're gonna restore it. So I thought my tips button was really lame on Twitch. So now we've upgraded the tips button. Good old MS Paint there for you. The little MS Paint job. But I think it does the job. I think it's cute. So that was and so there's always something you can like improve. And also I think I've now I think I figured out how to get a notification whenever someone sends me a tip on Twitch. Because if someone sends me bits, there's a notification. But if anyone gave me like a PayPal donation on Twitch, there would be like no on-screen notification. And that was pretty lame. And now I think I've set it up properly. And this is now the button that you have to click on. Can't approve that, it's already perfect. I gotta go back to my MS Paint ways. Like screw all this perfectly clean stuff. We gotta go back to MS Paint. MS Paint does the job. Nikachu, what did you do for a real job before this? Okay, we really going back. Okay, so like, for as long as this channel existed, it was like basically my supplementary income. But if we want to go back before that, I made money with poker. I was playing a lot of poker. And then if we go back, I have had like maybe one real job in my life, and I was a dishwasher. I was a dishwasher for a nursing home. I washed them dishes. It was a very easy, comfortable job. The pay was like way above minimum wage. I even had benefits and all sorts of crap. So, but it was like my first job. It was when I was 16 years old, and I guess that job. How long did I hold on to that damn thing? I started when I was 16, and I guess I was still an employee close to the age of 27, or maybe not. Maybe a little bit earlier. Maybe 24. Yeah, maybe 24. So I was there for 8 years. Jeez. And at some point, I'm like, you know what? I can't stand doing these. I didn't mind the job. The job wasn't bad or anything like that, but it was good money for the work, and I didn't really have to interact with anybody. But the deal was, like, I was making so much money with poker. I'm like, okay, I gotta quit this job. Sorry. We've seen your income 200K per month, I've heard. I'm not there yet. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. No, my Twitch income sucks. If they revealed my YouTube income, that would be different. But my Twitch, I don't even know what my Twitch income is, but I know it's like really low. You needed to make, so there was like a leaked document. Do I have it on me? I don't have. Oh no, I do have it on me. So I can show quickly. So they leaked all the Twitch incomes, and this is what we got for MTG players. They don't even have all the MTG players up here. This is just a short list. I looked up a bunch myself. Day 9, right? This is the yearly income on the right. But you needed to make, for the big leaked document, you needed to make $10,000 a year at least. And Nikachu MTG don't do that on Twitch. Jeff Hoogland, not surprised. Not surprised by Caleb. I'm not super familiar with everyone below here. I thought Jim would make a little bit more, but maybe he puts a lot more effort into YouTube. But anyway, I looked up a lot of people. I was very surprised by. I thought there was a lot of streamers. I thought they made a lot more, like Jeff Hoogland money. I made like $3 on Twitch. Curious if I'm on that. You're probably on the big document. Like if you look at the completely leaked document, you're probably going to be there. Don't want to spam the question, but by the way, did you see what I asked about Tempest? I did not, Fruit Kid. I'm sorry. What is it? What's my YouTube income? Don't know if I can reveal that yet. I don't mind flexing money, but oh shit, did I close that? I closed the document. With the MTG Arena. Like, I guess I can do it here. Reddit. Let's get back. Shit, now I can't find this thing. Oh, there we go. There we go. So I will say, I mean, my income is higher than the lowest. It's on here, and it's still going up. The year isn't over yet. I'm not done yet. We're gonna have a big finish for Nikachu MTG. I'm gonna make sure I have a big finish. Although these numbers are a little bit larger to me because this is all in US dollars. You know, I calculate everything in Canadian dollars. Thank God I make US dollars that turn into Canadian dollars. But if it was YouTube income, I'd be on this list. But if we combined their income, maybe I wouldn't be on the list anymore. But I think a lot of these people, they're all in on Twitch. Like, almost everyone here is all in on Twitch. Hoogland has a little bit going on YouTube. Like, I'm pretty familiar with the... Covert Go Blue is actually way... He made a video about his income. I mean, he just openly said he's making 30 grand a month on YouTube. Because he knows the power of YouTube. And I know the power of YouTube. YouTube is powerful. YouTube is big. YouTube is where the big money is at. Yeah, he literally showed his income recently in response. No, and he's right, and that's why I don't focus on Twitch. Twitch is BS to me. I mean, yeah, you can make money. Like you can make some serious money. You gotta work really hard. You have to put in these stupid long hours though, and a lot of people burn out doing that. Yeah, so like, but by the yeah, what Kai says, you know, Jim Davis also does stuff with Cool Stuff Inc. So that's probably a lot where his income comes from. This is not the full picture. I mean, you gotta consider, you know, how much money you're making from sponsors, affiliates, all that other stuff. So it all gets part of the pie. You people are all really active now, but and maybe we'll talk more about this tomorrow. But now it is time for Decklist review. All right, so if you got a 75 you'd like to share with us, hey, submit it to us by going to into the description. There is a link to my Discord. Join the Discord, go to the channel Decklist review, and then enter the command exclamation point. Oh, I can't see myself. I don't even have the command up. No wonder I can't see it. Exclamation point review deck space, give the URL to your deck list, and you'll be eligible at random for Decklist review. We'll have 2 random Decklist review because no one paid for one today. It's time now. I'm actually quite late for this one. All right, let's. Is there another person posting scams in here? Hopefully not in Decklist review. Random. Where do you guys go for pay Decklist review? That's an excellent question. Send $25 to paypal.me/Nikachu MTG with in the comment section with the comment your deck list, like the link to your deck list, and you will be guaranteed not only Decklist review, but you'll also get a match featured on my channel. 1 match. I will play 1 match with your deck. All right, Fabrian. Fabrain. How about that? Congratulations, you're the next contestant on Decklist review. Let's just say Fabrian. How about that? All right, we got red, white, Vampa. I don't even know what Vampa is. I want to say vampires. Oh yeah, you got the red, white vampire. No black. They say once you go black, you don't go back. Well, it's, Fabrian says no. We don't need black at all. Go total Boros. Duskborn Sky Marcher. 1/1 flyer. A target attacking vampire gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Falconwrath Gorger. Each vampire creature you own that isn't on the battlefield has madness. The madness cost is equal to its mana cost. Falconwrath Pit Fighter. What's the format, by the way? Modern. Discard a card, sacrifice a vampire, draw 2 cards, activate only if an opponent lost life this turn. This card's not too bad. It's a 1 mana 2/1 with some potential upside. We got Insolent Neonate. Again, a vampire that just... this is probably one of your best cards. You should probably go 4x on that one. Stromkirk Noble. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Adanto Vanguard. Bloodthirsty Adversary. Enters the battlefield, you can pay 3 any number of times. Whenever you pay this cost or more times, put that many +1/+1 counters on Bloodthirst Adversary. Then exile up to that many target instant or sorcery cards with mana values 3 or less from your graveyard and copy them. You may cast any number of the copies without paying their mana cost. And Voldaran Ambusher enters the battlefield, and if an opponent lost life this turn, it deals X damage to up to 1 target creature or planeswalker. Rex is the number of vampires you control. I don't like this card. Because if you attacked successfully, I mean, maybe you attacked in the air or something. Well, maybe it is good. Because they had to just lose life. If an opponent lost life this turn, okay. So if you just pick them off for 1 damage here, or even with your Insolent Neonate, you can play this thing. What do we got here? Rip Apart, Shadow Skull Smashing. Lightning Helix, Path to Exile, Lightning Bolt. Maul the Skyclaves. This is too much. I actually don't really like having like a million Maul the Skyclaves in this deck. How about you play with one? Play with one. Because I don't think you want multiples. I think it's also really mana intensive. Well, it's not that mana intensive. Enters the battlefield, you just equip it immediately to something. Or how we'll go to 2. Okay, this is what I want to do. I just want to increase the number of cards you have in this deck. Like, take out a Path to Exile, add a Lightning Bolt, but then take out the Lightning Helix. Because I think you need to be more all-in with the creatures. I mean, ideally you play with Can you play with Aether Vial? This deck actually might play a lot better with Aether Vial. Because you can vial this in play and pay 3. You can pay 3 any number of times, so it's a lot easier to pay the 3. Yeah, why not play this with Aether Vial? There's like no reason not to play with Aether Vial, and then it would be easier to activate these things. So just play with Aether Vial. Take out Path to Exile, 3 Lightning Helix, play with 4 Vial. You can take out 2 lands. No, take out 1. Take out 1. Maybe take out 2 lands, I don't know. Emberclave is harder to pull off because you need a bunch of creatures. Sky March Aspirant? Don't you need a lot of permanents? I don't know if I'm in love with this one. You need the City's Blessing. Seems super susceptible to Chalice. Well, we do have Cavern of Souls in the deck, so it's not that bad. Okay, so you take out 2 lands, one Maul the Skyclaves, and let's say 1 Path to Exile for 4 Vials. Then take out 1 Lightning Helix for a Bolt. Take out 2 Lightning Helix for maybe, like, I want to fill up some of these cards. Like, we go up on the Voldaren Ambusher. This is maybe not too bad. If an opponent lost life, it deals X damage up to 1 target creature or planeswalker. Like, maybe this is okay removal. This card's either like really good or really terrible. Blade of Bloodsheaf? One mana, if a creature dies, put a +1/+1 counter on equipped creature. If equipped creature is a vampire, put 2 +1/+1 counters on it instead. No evasion. It's not bad. It's not bad. I don't know if it's great. It's not bad. What's the payoff for Vampire Tribal other than Cavern? It's like some sort of madness thing. So here's what I want to do. I want more Insolent Neonates, that's for sure. Because this is an easy discard outlet. That works with Falconwrath Gorger, I think. I mean, at the very least, there should be 2 less Skyborn Marcher and 2 more Insolent Neonates. Because you can just sack this, draw a card, it'll trigger things. And it has mana, so it has some sort of evasion. Maybe that's all we'll do. We're going to take out the Duskborn Sky Marcher, and we'll put in more Insolent Neonates. And I think there should be 1 more of these, because if you're playing with Vial, this card gets a lot better. So make sure that there's 4 of Falconwrath Pitfighter. I think this is one of your better cards. Actually, maybe I'm mistaken. Discard a card and sacrifice a vampire, draw 2 cards. Maybe that's terrible. Hold on, maybe I'm wrong here. And you have nothing that comes back. I think I take it back. I don't know if this card is good at all. Like, you can discard a random garbage card, sacrifice a vampire. You're basically throwing away 2 cards to draw 2 cards. But that's like tempo negative. Well, I don't want to go too heavy on the discard theme, because we only have 1 card that creates madness. The rest of this deck doesn't have any synergy. Mavrin Fane? I feel like this deck is like, I'm gonna make vampires. It's like me making mono green merfolk. Maverick Fane, Dusk Apostle. Whenever one or more non-token vampires you control attack, create a one. Whoa! Whenever one or more non-token vampires you control attacks, create a 1/1 white vampire creature token with lifelink. This is good. I like this one a lot. Okay, we're scrapping. Let's scrap even this thing. How many 1-drops do we have? You're putting that card in this deck, that's for sure. That is a very good card. This isn't even new. How long has this existed for? Whenever one or more non-token vampires you control attack, create a 1/1 white vampire creature token with lifelink. This is great. This is so good. Only one token per round seems weak. Oh, yeah, maybe you're right. But card advantage is still card advantage. I'm putting one of these in. We can put one in. Put one in over, I don't know, this thing. Anyway, I hope that is some... Hold on, how many lands do you have? Actually, this is even more lands. So maybe you can actually take away some lands. Because you only need 20, at most 21 lands in a Vile deck. At most. So you could take away some lands and then like fill in the cracks in your deck if you're looking for slots. I don't mind Duskborn Sky Marcher because it's flying and it activates the triggered ability of Voldaren Ambusher. Anyway, hopefully that was some useful feedback. Good luck with the list. Deathwing! Congratulations, you're the next contestant on Decklist Review. My Tron Baby Emrakul deck, alright. The Tron Baby. My Tron Baby Emrakul. Where's Baby Emrakul? Oh, the Promised End. The Baby Emrakul. Oh, I don't know if this is the baby. But, okay, Wormcoil Engine, Emrakul, the Promised End, Karn the Great Crater, Karn Liberated, Ancient Stirring, Sylvan Scrying. I think you just got a normal, you got a pretty standard list here. Blast Zone, Forest, Urza's Mine. This is going to be a really quick review. Like, if you want to ask, is it okay to put Emrakul, the Promised End, in your Tron deck? Yes, play Emrakul. It's really not that big of a deal. You have access to a ton of mana. Chalice of the Void, Engineer Explosives, Tormod's Crypt, Grafdigger's Cage, Nature's Claim, Pithing Needle, Coding, Dismember, and Snaring Bridge, Oblivion Stone, Trinisphere. Tell me about this paywall decklist thing you said you'd have ready for today. I did. Well, we did it yesterday. We did the paywall thing yesterday. We had the paywall decklist. But if you send $25 to paypal.me/NikachuMTG, boom, you will be on Decklist Review. Certain. And I'll play a game with your list. This list is good. You literally took out like Walking Ballista, put an Emrakul in here. You probably should have a Walking Ballista in your sideboard, though. I don't know what you want to take out. You have a Pithing Needle in your main deck, so maybe you can take out one Pithing Needle. Or maybe the Pithing Needle should be a Walking Ballista. But I think you should... Like, I believe decks with Karn the Great Crater should have some win condition in the sideboard for when, like, the board has completely stalled out. Like, you have no way of winning here. There's, like, no win condition here. There's just a lot of BSing around. How often would you rather play a Saga over a Tron land? Never. Oh, there is a Saga in here. That's very interesting. 21 lands, Blast Zone. Tron. We have all the Tron lands. We got Urza Saga. Sweet. So what is the difference between this and a regular Tron deck? What the hell? Oh, I think this deck just has a lot of lands. Like, Tron actually doesn't play with a lot of lands. They play with like 17 lands or something like that. Let's go look at the difference. I think Tron actually literally plays with... Well, okay, 19 lands. They play with... Oh, Sanctum of Ugin. Yavimaya Cradle. Right. Whatever, Urza Saga is a good card. I'm surprised no one's tried to make, like, Eldrazi Tron, but all it is the Eldrazi Titans in the main deck. It's just all the Eldrazi Titans. Saga and Tron seems weak. By the time you play Saga when you actually want to, you should already have won the game. You know what? Tron is put in a lot of situations where they've stabilized, but they don't have any win condition yet to win. So I could totally see it. To be honest, though, Tron is the type of deck that wants to tap out constantly, so to, like, spend 2 mana on this damn thing seems awkward. Not to mention, like, you still got to make your land drops in order to, like, cast your Emrakul the Promised End. And if you play Urza Saga, you're, like, you're a little bit slow in that plan. So this card might be awkward. Emrakul is totally fine. And I would put a win condition. I would put a Walking Ballista in your sideboard somewhere. You could take out... I don't really want to take out Pithing Needle. Take out Engineered Explosion. What the hell is this card in here for? Maybe for the Crashing Footfalls? Anyway, that's my suggestion. Take it or leave it. So that's it for Coffee and MTG today. Thank you very much for watching me. If I didn't get your comments, questions, or deck list, hey, we do this Monday to Friday, 9 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. Be there or be square. If you'd like to support the channel, you don't do so already, hey, you can drop a sub at twitch.tv. You could become a patron at patreon.com, or you can hit the join button on YouTube. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining me today. Tomorrow we'll talk about the Twitch leak. We'll talk more Twitch leak. Because it was relevant to even to MTG content creators. So keep brewing up those coffees, Coffee Crew, and we will keep brewing up the magic. Take care, and I will